Foreigner Against Them, which we covered, and we showed the trailer of that a few weeks ago. I actually did watch it in the end, and I'm going to give you a brief review of this because I don't want to. We've been going for about an hour and a half now, so I want to, keep the ball rolling, sort of thing. But essentially, Corey was playing to pretty much an empty forum in Los Angeles, but he had his band with him, who are they're very tight, and they're very rock and roll. Have you listened to the album yet, CMFT?
Barely. Like I skimmed over the songs, but I haven't really listened to the album in full.
It's very, very different, right? You kind of, with sounding as least pretentious as possible, you kind of need to put Stone Sour and Slipknot out of your mind before going to listen to
Absolutely.
it. Because it's an entirely different beast,
Yeah.
He takes a lot of influence from like glam and a lot of influence from like old school punk rock. He actually did a Dead Boys cover during this set, and he did a lot of Heartland kind of covers. He covered an Eagles song during it, and for the most part, this whole album is very Heartland rock influenced, very glam, very punk influenced. You have things like CMFT Must Be Stopped, which is like a hip hop kind of hybrid, kind of ska sounding hybrid, but that's a bit of an anomaly in the rest of the album's case. There's one song on it called Home, which has piano. And in fact, during this set, he played piano on stage for the first time ever in his career. And he noted that. And he did like a medley of this song called Home into ZZYXX Road.
Oh, I love that song so much.
Which I think that's how you pronounce. I don't know whether it's Zix Road or something.
Zix.
But
yeah.
Zix Road or something. He also did Snuff. He did Bother. He did Snuff was actually the only Slipknot song he did in the set, which I was a little disappointed about. But obviously, it's the one to pick, really, isn't it, for a Corey Taylor solo show?
Or an acoustic version of Spit It Out.
I would have liked maybe Vermilion Part 2 or Circle, or I don't know, maybe some of the more acoustic-based Slipknot songs. I feel like that could have worked in a Corey Taylor solo thing. I love Circle, by the way. Very underrated track from Volume 3. He played the entire CMFT album, pretty much, and a handful of Stone Sour. What other Stone Sour songs did he do? Like I said, he did Bother, which is like the best Stone Sour song for me. Through Glass as well, he did, obviously. But all of this, you got the impression that this was very much a Corey Taylor solo show, as opposed to like Stone Sour Part 2,
Yeah.
You still paying attention to that curtain?
Look what it's doing.
It's flapping in the way. Look, we're never going to source it, man. Let's just leave it be,
Just piss off.
It's the continuing misadventures of KB and his curtain.
No, I can't see my coffee cup.
Yeah. Can't you put your coffee cup on the edge of the curtain just to stop it from flapping about?
I tried, but didn't get anywhere. Well, I tried putting it.
Okay. Well, essentially, I'm going to wrap it up. So he also had his wife's dance troupe called the Cherry Bombs, providing dancing and showmanship and hanging from the ceiling and using those curtains, pretty much, long red curtains.
It's spread.
Not your curtain.
The disease is spread.
I was trying to make that a good segue, but Also, he had pyro as well, which was always great to see.
I like fire.
I might actually just quickly look the set list up right now. Set list. Corey Taylor. I've got to thank Tommy Rocks, by the way, for allowing me to use his details to get into to view this.
Whilst you're doing that, MS Winfield also said that My Michelle on Mosh Talks told us how to pronounce it. It's pronounced Zizix.
Oh, Zizix. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. ZZYXX. Yeah,
Lynyrd Skynyrd,
I know, right? I completely butchered that. I know. Yeah. So, it was a 23-song set, so it was a long old set. If that was if he brings that exact set into when real life resumes and people are allowed to go to gigs. That is, I think it'd be wise to spend your money on this because you get your money's worth for sure.
Eat your heart out, Axl Rose.
Yeah, that's it. He did a lot of covers. He did "Shaken" by Eddie Money. He did the late Eddie Money, of course. "All This and More" by the Dead Boys. "Already Gone" by the Eagles. "On the Dark Side" by John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
The what?
The Beaver Brown Band.
Okay.
And also with the you've heard CMFT Must Be Stopped, right?
Yeah.
The whole rapping section. He curtailed around that by doing a "Watching You" by Kiss as like during the rap parts.
Oh, right.
I must admit I've never heard that song before, but it sounded good, He also did like I said, "Through Glass." "Taciturn" as another
that's a good one, yeah.
From House of Golden Bones,
it's from the is it from the first? Yeah, it's from part 1, I think.
Part 1, yeah. And he did "Song Free," which was from Hydergrad, which is not my favorite Stone Sour album in the world, I must admit. But that's a decent song. So yeah, essentially it was a good old night, and he was having the crack with the crowd, the non-existent crowd. But it was very. I remember at one point he was like, "God, I am so tired." I'm like, I don't blame you, mate. That's the police coming to arrest your curtains for being a nuisance.
No, it's because they took CMFT Must Be Stopped literally.
Yeah, they're going to literally stop CMFT. But anyway, so that was the For 'Em or Against 'Em gig. And again, a shout out to Tommy Rocks from Mosh Talks for providing me with login details to watch it. Much appreciated, pal.